doesn't look like we're going to get the WTF and back that pass up matchup. So I'm gonna bring the casting team over. We're gonna stream to both Frosty Suds and E Rocket Sports here. So I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna turn off this noise here, and we'll bring in the casting audio. Thanks guys for tuning in, and here we go.
Oh,
Ooh.
that angle! That shot was crazy.
You got a ton of power on it from a pretty tough angle, and I just don't think anyone on Nickelback was ready for that. Yeah, you got
Yeah,
the power shot right as it bounced.
yeah, and just moving upward the entire time, and the momentum that was able to get on that ball that was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, no bad feelings there on the side of Nickelback. I think that was just about impossible to get a save on. They really need to shut down a lot of opportunities in front of the goal. They need to get a lot bigger clears that don't get stuffed right away. As Seymour puts another one on net. They really just need to do a better job of getting the ball out of their zone, and this game could be a lot closer.
And this ball's in midfield. It's getting ping-ponged around. Jab goes up, gets a touch, bounces. Seymour is there to save it.
And you know what that save means, Static?
That means Seymour's got himself a cycle.
Sure does. He tries to follow up his cycle here with a hat trick, but he's not going to quite get that one down. And yeah, I really don't think that Nickelback's going to get a goal every second, so I think this is going to go down as a win for I'd Hit That. Pretty emphatic one at that.
4-0. I didn't see it coming, man. It's a great lineup they have today, but I didn't think 4-0.
Yeah, it definitely looked like Nickelback was struggling on the defensive side of the ball. And if you don't really have super present defense, you don't really get many chances at offense. So they really just need to do a better job of getting hard clears, avoid getting, stuffed on all their clearances. Okay. Yeah, they really just need to be a bit more proactive defense, I guess. Aggressive defense can lead to offensive chances, so they're spamming no you in the chat here.
Yeah, it's a really stark difference on that stat line. I mean, looking at the recorded stats, there's only 5 of them for Nickelback. I think it was like 17 or something before I'd hit that, but 6 shots alone for one player on that, eclipsing the 5 total stats, shots, saves, goals, and assists on Nickelback's side. That's a very one-sided match.
Where were Jab and Dominipple on that? That whole game, they were just shut down.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
it's probably their profile picks, if I had to guess.
Yeah,
the coordination is a bonus, but when you coordinate like that, it's a net loss.
I'm sure another issue that's present is that Javington's haircut's starting to get old. It's starting to grow out again. He's losing his aerodynamic efficiency that he had last week.
Absolutely right. And I don't know if you or he knows this, but some of them grow at different lengths, so now it's not even nearly like as symmetrical as it could have been.
Yeah,
Just
I'm
a
sure
bad idea to get haircuts in general.
A crazy angle from Simoy, but bounces off the inside post.
And now Jav driving it down the field, going up the wall across the midline. Tries to get that past Simoy, but Simoy kicks it over to the side where Don't Tase Me takes it over for him. Oh, this is an opportunity. It goes up high above the net. Rabble's still chasing it. He gets the touch.
Oh, what a save. Wow.
Great save from Rob.
Clearly, whatever was in his water last week is still there. As he's been putting in some huge defensive performances this game, and
I don't want to know what's in Michigan water, but I assume it's unhealthy.
It's Michigan.
Best of luck to you, Rob.
That being said, there hasn't been too many offensive opportunities here from I'd hit that. So maybe Nickelback heard what I was saying. Their defense has been a bit more proactive as Rabble comes out across the midfield as the last defender for a 50-50. It definitely looks like they're taking a more aggressive stance in this game. And so far it's yielded much more even results than we had last game.
And now Robbing Hope kicking it into the corner, still chasing that ball, gets a good center. It's a bit fast and nobody's there, so it's going to be up to Seymour to collect it. He throws it off the back wall. It bounces enough for Taze.
Sneak it between two defenders.
Yeah, Seymour collects this, gets this over the top of Jav. Rabble takes a bad angle, and Don't Tase Me Bro is able to sneak it past Dominipple's attempt to get in front of it. Great play from I'd hit that.
Well-positioned shot into the lower corner. I mean, it's hard to save shots like that. And it was just some great offensive presence by Seymour. He just kept putting it back in the middle until one of them connected with one of his teammates.
And now Seymour fighting for this one. Gets a great pop.
Again. Wow.
And it's looking bad for Nickelback.
Yeah, Seymour is a very strong dribbler. I think he's a grand champ in 1v1. So he has great ball control. And he definitely used that to his advantage there as he just lifted it up and over all the defenders of Nickelback.
We've got a cycle for Don't Tase Me Bro that's one in every single stat line. And again, the total stat lines for Nickelback sitting at just 3 points for the entire team in all of those stats.
Do sneak a shot in there. Yeah, they have the same number of shots for both teams, but I'd hit that's been a bit better on the defensive end in goal, so they managed to have the lead now. And here's a big opportunity for Hope right away. Oh. That's gonna sneak past Rabble and end up in the goal.
Yeah, Seymour meeting Jab gets the better of this. Rob cheating up nicely. He's able to get that. Just Dominiple can't get back in time, and that's a really hard cut for Rabble to have to make that quickly. Not able to do it. 3-1, I'd hit that.
And immediately off the next kickoff, Seymour's trying to put it back downfield again.
Yeah, Dominiple takes it from him off the back wall. Gets a great center. Bounces over the top of Rob. But it's collected and brought to midfield.
Oh, and there's a great stuff from Don't Tase Me Bro. Is that going to end up in the net? No, it is not. Nickelback's able to recover in time, and Dominipple's able to put a hard hit back down the other end of the field. But Seymour's there to turn it aside again.
Jack gets a good angle on it.
Cleared again.
Rob gets rid of it. Rob gets another touch, sends it off the back wall. And now Seymour off the back wall. Nope, it's stopped by Dominipple. Dominipple bringing it down the field, across the midline. All three members of I'd Hit That are waiting for him.
Well, there's a big opportunity, but cleared again by Seymour.
This ball's into the corner of Nickelback.
Oh, and there's a nice clear from Rabble. Is Hope going to be able to beat him there? He is.
Ooh, it's a good play from Rabble trying to predict it, hit it, but just not quite there. And a great pass lets Dominipple get a good shot. This ball's in the corner. Jeff kicks it down and up. Nobody's able to get there in time. Taze was so close, Dominipple just squeaking it in front of him.
Yeah, I'd also like to point out there that Rabble was able to bump Don't Tase Me Bro out of the goal. And because of that, he couldn't get turned around and get on the ball fast enough. So that was another example of a really helpful bump. But Seymour is going to take it right down the other way and put one in goal.
Yeah, that kickoff went into the corner. Jab was going for it, but it bounced off the wall, I think in a way he didn't expect. Nobody's able to get in front of it. Those quick goals are quite hard to defend. You know, just you've got your set. I'm going to go for boost. You're going to go to cheat. You're going to, oh no, why is the ball over there? And you can't get back. And it's just, oh man, that's rough.
Yeah, it's especially hard because often in those situations you've got like maybe 150 boost between all three of your players, and Seymour is able to come up the side of the field and grab that large boost and get a good aerial, and no one on Nickelback's able to counter him because none of them have boost.
And it really hurts cutting that deficit to 1 with little time to go, and then just immediately giving up the goal that puts you down 2. That's demoralizing and disheartening.
Yeah, I'd Hit That's been able to do that on both of Nickelback's goals here. First one was even quicker, but that last one was maybe 15 seconds in, and after the kickoff, and a demo comes out from Rabble. He's clearly taken out his frustration here on all the members of I'd Hit That.
Yeah, and right before that, I think Rob had said happy birthday, Demo Jav. It's an explosive finale to this game, but with 10 seconds left, looks like I'd Hit That is going to walk away with this one.
Yeah, it'll be a hard comeback now, but Dominipple's going to try his best, and Rob's there to stuff him. That's going to end the game. And you know what we didn't notice, Static?
What's that?
The tricycle for I'd Hit That.
Whoa! I caught the first cycle, I missed the next 2. Congrats to I'd Hit That. Not just on the victory, but more impressively, the tricycle. Well done.
Yeah, it was
Man.
extremely well done. A lot of ones on the scoreboard, but honestly, it was equal on shots at 7 apiece. But I'd Hit That, 3 more saves. Just was able to close out the game there. They were able to get a lot of quick turnarounds on Nickelback's goals and keep the momentum in their favor.
I'd Hit That, improving to 4-0. That's a really solid place to be.
Yeah, I mean it's in line with Seymour's prediction last week when we talked to him. He said that they're not going to lose a game all season. So he's clearly confident, and while we doubted him, it might be fairly well founded.
Well, it's Frosty, can you hear us, and are you prepared to interview I'd Hit That with us?
I can hear you, and I will be happy to join their channel.
All right, let's go do that. Hey guys.
Hello.
What's going on?
Oh, hey!
Congrats.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Is that the first tricycle in BLS history?
I do not think it is. I think we had one last season.
It's the most
Could be
impressive
wrong.
one.
It was, sure. I'll grant that. It was the most surprising. I missed it.
Oh, what?
Yeah. Lots of questions for you guys. I just want to start with, what was your strategy in that first match tonight at 10 o'clock?
To stay in the server like we were told.
And that worked for you?
Yeah.
All right, well done. that was all my questions. I don't know why I said there were a lot
There are
of
so many questions.
I was
I've
waiting
got
for you to ask
one about
more.
the match that didn't happen.
It was such a good question though.
Yeah. It was a
do,
really
do you
good
guys
question.
do you guys feel good about your playoff chances now at 4-0?
I
yeah,
do.
for sure.
I mean, we're just gonna win every game this season, right?
Why
So
not?
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, we feel pretty good.
Guys, we've seen in the past Jovington and Dominable just take over games, and they were a non-factor pretty much in both of the games you played just now. Did you have any certain tactics you're using to just shut them out, or just your natural talent just took them out of the games?
I feel like it was just our rotations were quite crisp, and most of the time we were where we needed to be, and had a lot of kept up some good pressure on them, and didn't give them many opportunities to take shots.
Yeah, it looked like there
And
was an
that
orange
really
car on the
helped.
ball just about at all times. It was really impressive.
Yeah, we were having a little trouble with that before the game that was not played. So we just made sure we kept communication up and were able to keep that pressure because it was atrocious beforehand.
Our scrims are usually horrible,
Well,
and then we play well.
yeah, well that's
you
why
get
you
it out of the
scrim.
way before you play, right? Yeah.
We get out all the butt pee beforehand.
What?
I don't know what that means,
Is this being broadcast on the internet?
but in game 2,
Fortunately for you guys.
Nickelback brought it to 2-3 with about 90 seconds to go. Were you guys worried at all that they were going to make that comeback?
I don't think we ever worried. We were just, I mean, like they said, we were really fast to the ball. We were playing aggressive and, rotating, making sure that we have each other's back. And we were never worried. We're just playing our game, being aggressive.
Well,
Yeah, it is something I wanted to ask you guys is, did you guys practice those super fast kickoff goals or anything? Because you got a pair of them, and that was
that was the difference maker.
really
Yeah.
swung the momentum in your favor every time. Because Nickelback had the momentum for all of 5 seconds.